Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I say welcome, welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, and it's about to go down on this Sunday, January 14th. It's a sexy, cold day outside, but we had some great football yesterday and some great basketball. We also had the Cubs finally making some moves here on Dragon Sports Live. And I just feel good, ladies and gentlemen. Real good. Let me take that light out of my face. Because it's about to go down, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new to this is Dragon Sports Live, and it's not just your typical podcast. This is a podcast that gives you music, sports, you name it. We got it. Here on Dragon Sports Live, let me stop talking like that before you think I'm having a conniption when I'm really not. But like I said, it's about to go down, y'all. Welcome to the show. Y'all know, if y'all new to this show, we're going to start our show off right. We're going to go right into some music, and then we are going to have some fun. Yeah. That's all I got to say is, oh, yeah. So, what better way to start our show off right than going into some music that you sent to me, that you suggested I play? Everything comes from you guys. So, without further ado, let's go into Dragon Sports Live, and we gonna kick our show off with a little something nice for you guys. Now, how we started out? I don't know yet, but I want to know how you guys are doing. And those who didn't hear my name, I am Dante Payne. You are listening to Dragon Sports Live, not your typical podcast, a podcast of sports and music. Here, powered by Dragon Jump Productions. So, let's get it. I think we're going to kick our show off right today. We're going to give y'all big Louis high life here on Dragon Sports Live. Now, this young cat, I went to school with this cat. This guy's good at basketball and he's good at music. So, we're going to give y'all some Louis here on Dragon Sports Live. Want y'all to check it out, y'all, because this is Big Louis on Dragon Sports Live. Let's get into it right about now. Boom.
I've been searching right after something instead of me chasing nothing. I gotta be chasing something, no. I've been searching right after something instead of me chasing nothing. I gotta be chasing something, no. I've been searching right after something instead of me chasing nothing. I gotta be chasing something, no. I've been searching right after something instead of me chasing nothing. I gotta be chasing something, no. I was young and dumb once, getting done up, having dumb luck, giving no love, drinks get drunk up. I smoke the smoke and take it to the head. I guess God needed me alive and didn't want me dead. But nowadays social media getting hella trendy. Everybody flossing dollars cause they soul is empty. Getting high on their own supply. I realize family is the only way you gon' survive. The world be trying to sucker punch me, I'm just trying to thrive. Be a sheep and follow crowds, I am not the guy. Better check on your friends, depression, wear a smile. So I'm just here to say I love you cause it's been a while. They be thinking we made it, but we ain't made it yet. All because you got the check don't mean your soul in check. All because you winning now don't mean you win the game. And you ain't gotta fake the funk, the truth is in your veins.
They don't show love, but they think they show love. I just need somebody shoulder when times get colder. Make a post, they think they know ya, but they don't know ya. So I found my inner peace from the one that's above. Thought I told ya, praise to the king. I was down bad, but I'm closer to my dream. He sipped that lean, bunch of yes men. They all up on this team, nowhere to go. Keep the facade, money to his ear, don't fit the streets. But with no clout, he's scared he underneath. I gotta preach, say hallelujah. These lyrics giving peace, I gotta feast. struggled too many days, too many weeks. I'm proud of me. Kept my shrimp. I should have quit already. Focus while she being petty. Poet that no Machiavelli swim. In the sea of sharks, all the comments pouring in. I can't base my life on opinions of all of them. I can't wear my clothes just to follow the latest trend. Cause if I ain't popping, they treat me like a COVID cough. Back away, I'm here to stay. Not to play a new day. Sacrificing for the pay. That's in my family on vacay. Yes, Lord. Family, all I'm here for. Gotta uplift our youth more. Gotta get me out on tour. High life, big price, big risk. These proclamations for the chick who value isn't how thick she is. A queen, I'm a profit machine. Better yet, I'm a king. Yes, Lord. You dig?
I've been searching right after something instead of me chasing nothing. I gotta be chasing something new. I've been searching right after something instead of me chasing nothing. I gotta be chasing something new. I've been searching right after something instead of me chasing nothing. I gotta be chasing something new. I've been searching right after something instead of me chasing nothing. I gotta be chasing something new.
We collect, baby.
We lost contact, I got some fears in exchange that you probably thinking I forgot about. All the promises we made growing up, why I ain't showing up? Though I wanted to be back, I had to take the chance. To grow Lab 21, I had to make the brand. Instead of running to Detroit, I had to chase the plan. I had to turn into a man, I hope you understand. I heard a lot of bad things, dog, just tell me what happened. You taking Zanny bars, bro, I couldn't imagine. You put your hands on the woman I would die for. Matching names with it, bro, became my eyesore. You hit Brianna, man, it wouldn't seem to digest. Now you hit my line, talking about you peep the progress. We can't even have a normal conversation, cause it's all different. You simply talking like we all business, man, I guess it's been a long time. Heard you got a baby on the way in 2 months, is this the wrong time?
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Hey, what's up? It's been a minute. How you feeling? You been good? You ain't posted on the book as much as you still in the hood. Momo living in the shop. I thought maybe that you knew. Tiana said she was pregnant. Could you tell me if it's true? This your real number? Cause you know this number 5, bro. You gotta stay in touch because you know you hard to find. Music doing good. I talk about you all the time. Very least that you can do, let me know that you alive. You ain't rapping now. That took me by surprise. Cause I thought we had the same dream, the same ambition, cause we on the same team. You put the pad down because you want a game stream? And I ain't mad about your choice, I'm just asking. Bro, what really happened? You threw away your passion. But we ain't gotta talk about it now if you don't want to. But low key, you sound like you don't wanna talk. Man, I guess it's been a long time. Heard it's been a lot of turmoil in your life, it's just the wrong time.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Just wanted to tell you that I called and it's been about a week. I ain't want nothing really, just wanted to hear you speak. Girl, I love you and I don't really want you to forget it. I don't want you to think that I'm not trying to cop a ticket. Just trying to get through my drama cause life doing me vicious. Used to bathe in your happiness and shower in your kisses. Visiting 6 Mile and every minute was delicious. Crying when I'm not with you, begging you for your forgiveness. And my heart with you. You shine light up on my dark figure. And I can see your ass fat, but your heart's bigger. And understand I ain't nothing like these hard niggas. That's why you pray for me. I swear it never be in vain. Like a vampire's veins, that loyalty never changed. If you wanna go cool, just know that your spirit bomb. I pray to God he keep you alive, cause I know it's been a long time. BB, I can see us being happy. Hopefully it ain't the wrong time. Man, I know it's been
been a long time. Hopefully you never forget about me, cause no, it's been a long time. It's a long time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that last song that you heard was Rich the Pit, Sincerely Yours, and it's been a long time. It's definitely been a long time for the Chicago Cubs during this offseason, because we have not heard anything about them, what they was doing. As far as our season, they was pretty quiet. They made a few moves at the beginning of the offseason or winter trainings, as we call it. And we pretty much didn't hear nothing of it since then. But now they making some moves. So Cubs add new pitcher Shota Umaga on a 4-year deal that's worth $58 million. They also added third baseman uh Bush and Yinsi Almonte. So they added those people, but they let Marcus Stroman go. He is now heading to the Yankees on a 2-year deal that's worth $37 million. I'll talk more about the Yankees in a second because they also added a couple other people. But Amon Sota, he is 30 years old and he's coming over. He had a few runs. He will be one of the starting pitchers. Still has a strong arm. And it's new additions to the Cubs. So Cubs basically are in rebuild. They didn't let people go. They didn't let people. They pretty much let them go. Let them run away. They let them. They in the rebuild process. Like both Chicago White Sox and the Cubs seem to be in the rebuild process because White Sox was making a lot of moves this offseason. You know, they let Giancarlo go. Haven't heard anything about Ted Anderson yet, but they still letting people go. Like I know he's a free agent, so I don't know if he's gonna stay with them or what. But people are on the move. Cubs getting more pitchers, getting pitching help, and the fact that y'all gave him a 4-year deal that's worth $53 million. This Shota Umaga must got a strong arm that y'all see in there and will be a good beneficial for you guys going forward. But that's what's happening with Chicago teams. Yeah. Dodgers agreed to a 1-year deal that's worth $23.5 million with outfielder Teoscar Hernandez. So, and then also they would bring back rehire Raul Ibanez to the front office for BP of baseball development and special projects. Bring him back. So he was basically a part-timer. Now he'll be a full-time. So he'll give up all his baseball duties. Cool. Welcome to the front office. Left-handed pitcher Sean Mania joins the Mets on a 2-year deal that's worth $28 million. Again, a lot of pitchers has been like, if you've been watching this offseason, a lot of pitchers has been on the move. People need pitching help. People need closers. People need relievers. People need starters. People need to have people on the depth chart in case you pull somebody out the game. Like, oh no, you come out. You're doing horrible right now. Come out. But with the new rule change, if they warming up in the dugout, they have to at least face one batter. So you can't just pull them off instantly, especially if you got them warming up to be the next pitcher. So let's see how that goes too. Five-time All-Star Michael Brantley retires after 15 seasons. So after 15 glorious seasons, hard work, decided to retire, call it quits. Done deal. Big ups to him. Congratulations. Let's enjoy what's next for you. Relax. Take a little bit break and do you. But congratulations on that. Announced his retirement after 15 seasons, Michael Brantley. We did have a couple trades that happened too. Actually, we've been having a lot of trades. I ain't gonna even say couple. We've been having a lot of trades that has been happening during this offseason. And it's kind of crazy. So the Mariners traded Robbie Ray to the Giants for Mitch Hangierner and Anthony Descamfani. The Giants also traded for Jordan Hicks and gave him a 4-year deal that's worth $44 million, and he will start for them. And then Mariners been busy because they also acquired outfielder Luke Riley from the Rays for infielder Jose Cabral. And it's been like I said, it's been going on crazy. Rays traded for outfield Richie Palninos from the Cardinals for pitcher Andrew Kindrich. And then Braves signed infielder Lewis Gilmore to a 1-year deal that's worth $1.1 million. Also gave Chris Sale a 2-year extension that's worth $38 million. So they get Chris Sale, they give him an extension, and he's doing fairly well. The former White Sox. Marlins hired Rachel Bovak to be their farm director. So big ups to her. She coming to be the farm director for the team, and help manage the front office and scouting and stuff like that. Cool. Big ups. I love when I see women of power take over. Cardinals add to front office by hiring Chain Bloom as advisor to the ordeal. And then Yankees and Juan Soto basically avoid arbitration because he was eligible for arbitration since they acquired him. So he's going to have $31 million far as his salary far as the 24 season coming into the 24 season. So when it starts, he avoids, like I said, that avoids arbitration. Now he does have 1-year deal left on his contract. So let's see if he get another big contract and see how that goes. But he with the Yankees now, super team. And we'll see how that goes. But that's pretty much what's happening in the world of baseball right now. We do have winter games coming up soon. So when coming in, I believe it's February. I'm going to double check to make sure, but I believe it's February that we're going to have what we call winter games. Yeah, starting February 22nd, you're going to have the LA Dodgers versus San Diego. And then, so the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The 23rd of February, we're going to have Chicago versus Chicago, White Sox versus Cubs, Kansas City versus Texas. That's your first look to see how some of these players look. Not sure if those going to be on TV or not. They might be, but I know they somewhere warm. They not in where they at, especially Chicago teams. So we shall see what happens then and what happens there. Because, yeah, it's going down. But we do got more music coming up here on Dragon Sports Live. And if you want your music to be heard, let me say this for you, and I will say it throughout the show. You can send your music to me via social media at DragonJumppro, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you can email me if you're on Apple Music, your artist name or the Apple Music link to DragonJumppro@gmail.com. I will get your songs, I will listen to them, and I will add them into my playlist. And that's how I roll. That's how we gonna get it cracking. You gonna get heard, and I'm gonna get heard. Also, be sure to subscribe to YouTube at DONPE1 or type in Dragon Jump Productions on YouTube. You shall see me. You should hear this podcast in case you missed it. I like I said, I'm gonna say this a couple times. And furthermore, let's have some fun with it. So, next up, we got Exotic by Lamar Creation here on Dragon Sports Live, followed by Pretty Donna by CJ here on Dragon Sports Live. So, that's what's coming up for you. Want y'all to enjoy the show. And if you're new to it, this is not your typical podcast. This is a podcast that gives you sports and music. And coming up, we're going to talk about football, let you know how CJ Stroud and the Texans fared up against Joe Flacco and the Browns, how Kansas fared up against Tua and the Dolphins, and more football news coming up after we take this quick little short music break here on Dragon Sports Live. So, without further ado, let's get it.
Come on, wanna make you feel right. Tell me what is so wrong. Baby, it's been so long since I've had you here. Come on, can I make you feel good? Like you make me feel good, so good. Even though it's your job, girl, it ain't your fault. I'm in love with a dancer. So exotic, moves in perfect harmony. So melodic, the way she doing the dance. Even though it's your job, girl, it ain't your fault that I'm in love with a dancer. So exotic, woo, so melodic, the way she doing the dance. Even though it's your job, girl, it ain't your fault. I'm in love with a dancer. Set your body right here. I'ma do you right here. As soon as we done, we go another round. Cause I ain't had you here in so long. And the feed is growing so strong. Can you tell me what that's so wrong? I know it's your job, but girl, it ain't my fault. I'm in love with a dancer. So exotic, moves in perfect harmony. So melodic, the way she doing a dance. Play your body, even though it's your job, girl, it ain't your fault. I'm in love with a dancer. So exotic, woo, so melodic, the way she doing a dance. Play your body, even though it's your job, girl, it ain't your fault. I'm in love with a dancer. So melodic, so melodic, in my pocket. I'm in love with a dancer. So exotic, so melodic, in my pocket. In love with a dancer. So melodic, in my pocket. So exotic, moves in perfect harmony. So melodic, the way she doing the dance. Even though it's your job, girl, it ain't your fault that I'm in love with a dancer. So exotic, so melodic, the way she doing the dance, a dance. Girl, it ain't your fault, I'm in love with a dancer.
Yeah, I went to visit Miss Pretty, bought a card and said I'm sorry. I heard about your son, she said I felt this cold body. I said please let me know if there's anything I can do. She said cool, just let me hug you as I break down in this lobby. I stood there as a tear soak on my shoulders. Think about when I was young, I couldn't wait to get older. But now these young ones are living just to die. They really became soldiers. So now turning 18, got them feeling so much older. Wait, just let me breathe, I'm uncomfortable. I remember packing meat, you was bringing your own Lunchable. Now they packing pilchards in schools, bring it to lunch with them. We serving them poison, but make it sweet so it comfort them. Just die quiet, don't drown out the police sirens and moms crying. The sermon saying joy coming over the live choir. And a quiet organ that's painting a picture that's quite alarming. The quiet storm is building momentum, I pray we see the morning. Young man lying. Stop dying, you're way too close. Change your mind, young shooter. You choose to be blind, open your eyes, young shooter. Remember that time I prayed for Donna? That ain't even my mama, but I missed her for her son. We're still trying to find who shot him. She hadn't been out in a while, so it was good to see her smile. I tell her, keep your head up, you'll see Montana looking down. Montana gang, when you say the name of the slain, then it hits harder. That's why when I say Jesus, I remember how that blood brought us. Remember Sodom and Gomorrah, you wanna tour them? Just hop off of the porch into this war when we're employing them. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. We carry real beef and you the calves who getting murdered. These young cats is looking like Chinese food. And if that was disrespectful, then forgive me too. Please, Lord, forgive them, know not what they do. Just look at how they was raised, Lord, they have no clue. When the king don't know when you're king, you eat the animal's food. So we just waiting on the prodigal son to come back through. Please don't arrest me, Mr. Policeman. If my people know the truth, then they're the police down. And if we don't find justice, there'll be no peace then. And if we don't find peace, at least let me think. Hold up. Young man lying. Stop dying, you're way too close. Change your mind, young shooter. You choose to be blind, open your eyes, young shooter. Oh.
Yikes. It's last though. Time to show the world you the truth. Spread the word like that. Don't you know that nothing's gonna last, boy? Well, at least not on this earth. I be on my scriptures. Y'all be trying to split earths, trying to get fly like Big Bird. What you really talking about? Speaking with them big words, looking at your spirit and yours evil just like scissor. Better known as leaner. I call it the mud cup. It be causing seizures. It'll leave you slumped up. I didn't seen it uncut, so I made some changes. Homies acting different, did some rearranging. Had to make some changes, but I think I got it right. Go. Tiptoeing in my joint is on a tightrope. If we out, family, tell me why you wanna fight, bro. We may look different, but we all still bleed alike. So why do we bring each other down? If I wait, but I don't know you, then it's only polite to do the same. I make you frown. So why? Why do we bring each other down? Like when you hear a person speaking, but you don't try to perceive them, so you finally tune them out. Whoa, what's that about? What's that? I don't understand. I mean, I get it, but most people just can't comprehend. They don't. I found the word and learned my savior was my only friend, but that be all I needed to be with me till the very end. So I guess I'm renewed. Jump back in the stew. So I guess I'm reused. That's forgiveness for the people that I've hurt and abused. And if I'm wrecking every track, I crash and burn them for you. Just give me the words to say. Lord, give me the words to say. Lord, give me the words to say. This is the second verse, better than the first. Thank the Lord I'm blessed, cause heaven knows I could be worse. Could be in prison, or could be murdered, or taken off this earth for something that's unheard of. And I still can't. Only difference being is that if anything happened, I'm still gonna praise the King. Jehovah, there is no one colder. I'm one of his children, musically his soldier. One day he'll take over, but we don't want to believe that. We rather hear that poison. See, really, we just street rats. Always off in church now. Homies like where he at. Bet if I invite one, watch her run that 3 flat. I cannot believe it. Why you run from Jesus? No, they think they love you in the streets, but they don't mean it. Trust me, bro, I seen it. Why you think I'm here now? Put my faith in him, so he the only thing I fear now. But as I'm on my way up, I'm learning more about his grace, Lord, please catch me when I fall. Cause I just wanna elevate, yeah. Elevate, yeah. And we're here now.
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. Gave y'all another song that was by Jerry Manna, The Arrival. And speaking of The Arrival, we have the arrival and departure of quite a few coaches. Now, let's start with my lovely Patriots, because I am a Patriots fan as well as a Chicago fan. So, let's start with my lovely Patriots. We had the departure of Bill Belichick after 24 seasons. They wasn't, he has won 6 Super Bowls, been to the Super Bowl 9 times and won 6 of them, so 6 out of 9. Okay, that's 3 that you lost. He's been the winningest coach. Turned down the Jets job one day after he got it to take the Patriots job. Look what it is. It's been a good rodeo for the Patriots. Now, the last few seasons, he has started having a losing season since you lost your franchise quarterback, you retired and then unretired and became a Buccaneer and won Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. So it's like they've been kind of on a decline. You haven't had all the people that you had before. You got new people. And it was just about time to part ways, but he still wants to coach. He's 71 years old and he still wants to coach. And he might end up taking the next team. Like, he's definitely a coach that's going to get picked up with the quickness, bearing any setbacks and all that. But he definitely will get picked up. He definitely will be somewhere. Where? We don't know, because there's quite a few openings for head coaches that's open. And like I said, 24 seasons with the Patriots. So it's like, it's kind of crazy to look at it and see like where it goes from there. But we shall see where it goes. But we did get the arrival of his replacement that's supposed to be I'm not going to say the successor because that's a lot of shoes to fill for Bill Belichick. But Gerard Mayo, who played under Belichick and is the linebackers coach as well, has been promoted. And everybody kept calling it that we can see you as a coach because that's how he coached. He's going to bring a whole different coach style. He's going to coach hard, But at the same time, he's going to develop a bond relationship because he said, and I quote what he said, this new generation, um, they need love and affection. So he's going to coach with love, but then he's still going to be a hard coach. He's going to develop a relationship. He's going to be a friend, but then still coach you hard. And like I said, he deserved it. They didn't have to go through the process of lengthy. And on top of that, Gerard Mayo is the first black coach in Patriots history, y'all. First black coach in Patriots history. So it's big ups for them. Congratulations on that. And you know how that goes. But he was already in-house. They didn't have to do that drawn out process because they already know who they wanted. Another GOAT coach that has left is Nick Saban. So Nick Saban decides to retire after 17 seasons at Alabama. And they already hired their coach. They're going to get... And basically when Nick Saban retired, I'm going to just say it like this. Some of his players left. You had a few players that entered the transfer portal after Nick Saban left. Just announced to retire. They had a commit. They had a number one recruit decommit from Alabama too. So it happens. But Alabama his replacement will be Keelan DeBoer, who was the head coach of Washington, who lost to Michigan in the national championship. So he's going to take the opportunity and hop on and coach Alabama. You know, who wouldn't miss up on that chance to, you know, coach in the footsteps of greatness? Who wouldn't? I know I wouldn't. So, you know, that is what it is. And then, shocking thing is, in the NFL too, usually the first Monday after the season end, like if you played your final games on Monday, that first Monday, we usually call that, what's that, Black Monday, I believe. Usually a lot of coaches get fired. Not this time, because a lot of them got fired during the year. A lot of them, and only a few of them got fired. So like Bill Chad was one. He got fired on Tuesday, I believe it was. And a couple other coaches got let go. So Commanders let go Ron Rivera as coach. And this was after 4-13 this season. And they also hired Adam Peters as GM as well. So they got rid of GM. Adam Peters will be responsible and a part of helping finding a new head coach for the Commanders. The Panthers fired GM Scott Fitter after a 2-5 season. Assistant GM Dan Morgan is currently in charge of day-to-day operations. But they already had let go Frank Roach too as well. So it's like Panthers is going to be looking for a head coach. That position is still open. So we'll see what that goes. Titans fired Mike Vrabel after 6 seasons. And he had the opportunity. They had the opportunity. They could have traded the head coach. But that's if both parties agreed to it. So Mike Vrabel was out after 6 seasons with the Titans. Jaguars fired defensive coordinator Mike Caldwell and multiple assistants. Line coach Preston Bucker, pass game coordinator, cornerbacks coach Desha Townsend, and inside linebacker coach Tony Gilbert. Safeties coach Cody Grimm, and senior defensive assistant Bob Sutton, as well as defensive quality coaches T. Mitchell and Sean Queller. So Peterson keep his job. They're going to bring Peterson back. But Oh, and also firing Bernie Parmalee and not renewing the contract of Todd Washington. So those coaches are out. So it's just Peterson. So he got to get a whole new staff. Peterson's still there. So it's gonna be quite a few opens. Oh yeah, Arthur Smith is out as the Falcons head coach. I couldn't think of the other team for some odd reason. It is after 3 seasons. He was 7-10 this season. I think his downfall is he didn't know who his quarterback was going to be. But like I said, they're out. Currently, coaches over. So you got the Falcons, you got the Commanders, you got the Titans, you got the Seattle Seahawks because Pete Carroll is out as head coach, but he still will be with the organization, taking on an advisory role inside the organization. So he's out, and we'll see what that entitles and what that entails with these coaching openings. And we also had people part ways, which is sad. So Dalvin Cook, he parted ways with the Jets, like him and the Jets parted ways. He clears waivers and joins the Baltimore Ravens, who is on their first round bye right now. So we are waiting to see who they will play after this lovely wild card weekend, which was a great weekend, by the way. Great. So, the Texans steamrolled the Cleveland Browns, and Stroud showed up with 3 touchdowns in that game. That game was close when I looked at it. In the end of the day, it became one-sided. It was 45-14 when with the final score. You got a rookie quarterback that was making history with the Texans, and they just played hard and they was hard. So big ups to D'Amico Ryan and CJ Stroud and that whole Texas team getting past the wild card round. Everybody had the Browns favorite. Like the Browns was favored to win that game for the first time since 1994. They haven't been favored to win a playoff game since 1994, but they was favored to win that game. And it was crazy. I didn't think that score was going to go up like that. I thought it was going to be a, close matchup. But Flacco did still throw for over 250 yards in that game. So it is what it is. But we'll see how that goes and where it goes. The Chiefs, on the other hand, they came back and won the game. They had depended on solely on the run game. And it was 26-7 on that game. But it, like I said, it was a pretty good game for us to start out, but it was bitter cold. Dolphins came into that game. So in bitter cold games, Tua is 0-3. Whenever games he played, like wherever he played in the bitter cold games, he's 2-3. So it was like, okay, we got more games that's happening later on today. We got the Detroit versus the Rams, Green Bay versus Dallas, and Pittsburgh versus Buffalo on Monday, as well as Philly versus Tampa Bay on Monday. So we're gonna have 2 games on Monday because the Bills Pittsburgh game got moved to Monday because of snow. So we're gonna have those games on Monday, but we got 2 games today. So let's have some fun with Green Bay, Dallas. Who y'all got? I don't know, but I think Stephen A might ride with Green Bay on this because Stephen A saying what could go wrong will go wrong. We'll see where that goes. And Stafford versus his former team, the Rams versus the Lions. feel like that's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be on NBC later on today at 7 p.m. Um, the Green Bay game is on Fox at 3:30. So I'll be at work, but I'll tune into those games. Be working during that game. Um, and basically the win victors of that game was the ground game. So you had Pacheco with 89 yards off 24 carries. Mahomes had one passing touchdown. So did Tua, but he also threw an interception. So it came down to receiving yardage. We can't mean running the ball and defense and running the ball, but greatness led them to win. And like I said, it was a pretty good game. Back to the Texas side, we had 3 touchdowns from CJ Stroud, rookie record 274 yards, 16 of 21 far as pass attempts and completed. Whew, that's lovely. It's like I said, good games for them, great games for them, and we'll see what goes from there. Back in the college level, so Florida State has been penalized by the NCAA for kneel violations. They're gonna have a 3-year probation. Their booster, they can't recruit. So it's a lot of things that's happening in that with that violation, and they was the first team to get that type of violation happen to them as well. And it's let's see what it is. We got University of Michigan. JJ McCarthy will declare his decision Sunday if you want to go to the NFL. Marvin Harrison has declared for the NFL. He was expected to be in the top 5. He's in the top 5 big board receivers. And Texas agreed to extend Sarkisian through 2030. So that's good. Georgia Tech hires Santucci as defensive coordinator. Michigan lineman Jenkins declaring for the NFL draft. And Novell staying at FFU, talking about we're just getting started. So it's about to go down. But let's see how these shakeups and with all these teams with new coaches and where it goes from there. But that's pretty much all that's going on in the NFL and in football in college on the college level. We're gonna have some fun. So we're gonna go right back into some music for you guys. And we're gonna have fun. We're gonna get cracking. We're gonna relax. And while you're relaxing, you're listening to Dragon Sports Live. Best way to get it. But let's take y'all back into some music. We got Atlas, So Cold. And I found this guy by listening to another independent artist named Dax, who has some great songs. But I've been liking music, and I'm a fan of music. I come from a music family. So I just enjoy music. So without further ado, this is So Cold by Atlas here on Dragon Sports Live, followed by Hard Questions, Lori. Coming up here on Dragon Sports Live. Listen to it. Yes, sir.
your own. It's so quiet here, and I feel so cold. This house no longer feels like home.
And I can see it in your eyes, there's nothing left. Was it me? Was it something that I said? I'm trying to figure out where your head's at as we lay down in this bed, but you telling me that you'd rather be dead. See, I don't understand. Can you make this clear? Cause losing you, that's something that I fear. There's no way that you're in this near. I'm trying to tell you that I love you and show you the proof, but you got me feeling like there's nothing I can do. If only you could see yourself through my eyes, you see you're worth it. But lately you've been feeling like, well, you ain't worth shit. What the fuck do I have to say to get it through to you? I guess your life means more to me than it does to you, damn. And when you cry, I'd wipe your tears away. And when you spoke, yeah, I would listen to your pain. And now you say that you don't want me to stay. What you want me to say? Want me to say it's okay, girl, put that fucking razor away. She hits the floor, she doesn't want to live no more. Right about that time, the blood starts to pour. And honestly, I don't know what I'm even here for. No matter what I say, I guess the razor, it just speaks more.
You can't hear me cry. See my dreams all die. From where you're standing on your own. It's so quiet here, and I feel so cold. This house no longer feels like home.
And I can see it in your eyes, there's nothing left, there's nothing left. As you lay here, lifeless in this bed, staring at me, staring back at you, feeling worthless, what else can I do? I'm begging you to stay, but well, you don't get to choose. I should have called you when I had the chance to, but I just didn't want to talk about a life without you. And now you're gone, you moved on, you'll never get my call. And when you needed me the most, I put no effort in it all. And when I said goodbye, you couldn't say it back. I'm the one to blame. What I wouldn't give to hear you say my name and say goodbye. I'm trying to find a little bit of peace of mind. They say all things heal with time. Fast forward to my first show. I know that's something you wanted to see. You said I have a gift for music, always full of my dream, but you're not here when things are clear. I'm thinking about the past and all the things I've taken for granted each year. Nana, this one's for you. I'm about to take off and show the world what I can do. The bond we have, it can never be torn apart. No matter where I go, I want you to know that I carry your heart. I carry your heart.
You can't hear me cry. See my dreams all die. From where you're standing on your own. It's so quiet here, and I feel so cold. This house no longer feels like home. Ooh.
Stop. Stop. Don't stop.
It's the key.
Stop. Don't stop. I love it.
Yeah, been far too long, held back by my past, but I've moved on. Yeah, and they didn't put me on, but that's alright, cause I'm going off. Yeah, took it back to basics. Everyone can see the game needs a facelift. Whew. So I'm out to change it. My approach these days turning out amazing. Yeah, they're on that lean again. Lowry, bring the sauce and the seasoning. All fire, no smoke on the scene again. If you have hard questions, bring them in. You can bring hard questions. Faith must be tested. Can't be out here guessing. I don't know everything, just confessing. Yeah, my solitude brought sorrow, but I wasn't too far gone though. So I live full throttle, not too sure if I'll get tomorrow. Shoot my shot, Larry basketball. I'm a rapper and a raptor, after all. Got my focus on sight, no Adderall. Talk to God all winter, you don't have to call. Made it from the bathroom, tears in the sink. Years gone by, disappeared if you blink. Jesus, take the wheel, can't steer on the brink. I tried to skate by, ice broke at the rink. Almost fell through, try to tell you. Dance by the fire and hell comes soon. Hell consumes everything in its path. Hard questions, homie, you ain't gotta ask. You can bring hard questions. Faith must be tested. Can't be out here guessing. I don't know everything, just confessing. Yeah, my solitude brought sorrow, but I wasn't too far gone though. So I live full throttle, not too sure if I'll get tomorrow. Yeah, I don't do this for no mass appeal, and I'm confident enough I can pass a deal. Blaine sent me that beat, I'ma spaz for real. They've been feeding me lies, I'ma pass the meal. I'ma shock this world, I'ma catch a eel. A lot of cats chase clout, why not rap for real? There's a lot of sad clowns that just laugh to feel. They avoid every void, past the gap for real. Past the map where the past is at now. Now I'm blasting back, I'm not backing down. Ow. Church hurt, been the worst, but God heals in time. You abuse their hearts, hope you're feeling mine. You can bring hard questions. Faith must be tested. Can't be out here guessing. I don't know everything, just confessing. Yeah, my solitude brought sorrow, but I wasn't too far gone though. So I live full throttle, not too sure if I'll get tomorrow.
Don't nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody owe you nothing.
Hey, one more time for the life that I'm living. I won't take it for granted, wouldn't have it any different. This isn't how I planned it, but I ain't even tripping. I'ma get it how I get it. All that talking, you should listen. Whoa, no nobody owe you nothing. No nobody owe you shit. No nobody owe you nothing. No nobody owe you. No nobody owe you nothing. No nobody owe you shit. No nobody owe you nothing. Hey. Don't nobody owe you nothing. You acting double negative. You want your blessings by association. Peep this rhetoric. The way that you thinking is venomous. Your heart can be blacker than venomous. See, evil has no control over you. Hoping you know that you choosing to let it in, letting it in, not letting it go. I can see jealousy all in your soul. See what they getting and you want it more. Rocking the vest, booking these shows. Facebook likes, can I get a repost? Don't pay attention, they take your repo. If you want exposure, then I'ma expose you. Cause silence is golden, you trying to explode, but won't. If you focused on yourself, you worry, vision blurry. I thought you wanted to help. You wasting your designer like a Louis belt. You need to hang your pride up, put it on the shelf, but you won't. If you focus on yourself, your worry, vision blurry. I thought you wanted to help. You wasting your designer like a Louis belt. You need to hang your pride up, put it on the shelf. Hey, one more time for the life that I'm living. I won't take it for granted, wouldn't have it any different. This isn't how I planned it, but I ain't even tripping. I'ma get it how I get it. All that talking, you should listen. Whoa, no nobody owe you nothing. No nobody owe you shit. No nobody owe you nothing. No nobody owe you. No nobody owe you nothing. No nobody owe you shit. No nobody owe you nothing. The ones that say they rock with me don't seem to be too fond of me. I say controversial things and they don't like how I believe. It seems like they show support to everyone outside of me. Cause I won't put a filter on the truth that's flowing out of me. I do not expect a thing from anyone surrounding me. No, nobody owe me nothing. Either way, I'm gon' keep loving. I gotta quickly face this selfishness, won't catch me running. I blame nobody but myself for this lack of abundance. All these distractions, ruckus in my way can keep me stuck in the same position, or I'll view it as needed to function. Either I'll use it to improve or let it beat me up. It's not that hard to lose your mind, maybe you'll see that one day. I'm screaming kingdom come, that's all I'll ever need. Feel that deep in my tummy, I'm trying to sever greed. Yeah, I got several needs, but I know Jehovah Jireh, he made me in number 7 heavens, perfection singing One more time for the life that I'm living. I won't take it for granted, wouldn't have it any different. This isn't how I planned it, but I ain't even tripping. I'ma get it how I get it. All that talking, you should listen. Whoa! Don't nobody owe you nothing. Nothing. Nobody owe you nothing. No nobody owe you nothing. Nothing. No nobody owe you. No nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody owe you nothing. No nobody owe you nothing. Nothing. Nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody owe you nothing.
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, and it's about to go down. That last song that you just heard was Oldie Nothing by Jay Woo on Dragon Sports Live. That was a classic song, and that with that being said, Draymond Green is back with the Warriors and will play with them sometime this week. Now, he was considering retirement, but then was talked out of retiring by Adam Smith. So he is now back with the team. But Warriors will lose Chris Paul. He will be out for 4 to 6 weeks. He has a fracture in his hand. So he'll be out 4 to 6 weeks. Knicks waived veteran guard Taj Gibson after a 3-week stint with the team. Came back with the team, and then they decided to go stick younger and go away. So he's been waived. And longtime former college coach Regan Pebbly named Sparks GM. Indiana will have the number 1 pick again for the draft happening April 15th, followed by the Sparks, Mercury, and Storm with 2 through 4 picks. Rounding off the first round, Dallas Wings will get 5th, Washington Mystics 6th, and Minnesota Lynx would have 7, Atlanta Dream 8, Dallas with 9, and Connecticut Sun with 10. New York Liberty with 11, and Los Angeles with 12. So that's what's going on WNBA. Back in the NBA Association, the Grizzlies guard Ja Morant will have season-ending shoulder surgery after he's been back after a 25-game suspension. So they lose him again, but yet they still fare up and show toughness with at least 2. They got 2 wins since Ja Morant had the season injury surgery. He's been a great supporter. He's been a cheerleader. He's been there. He's supporting the brotherhood of the Grizzlies. Pistons lose Cade Cunningham. He'll be out 2 weeks with a knee strain. And Tyrese Halliburton is also out at least 2 weeks with a grade 1 hamstring strain. Like he almost did a split. Like I watched the play when he did that. So he'll be out quite some time. Eric Spoelstra just made history by the Heat giving him an 8-year, $120 million extension, which is the most committed money to a coach in NBA history to stick around with the Heat. Like, whew. They gave him Pat Mahomes and players' money. So he's doing a hell of a good job with the Heat. I do commend that. He started out as a video coordinator, watching countless videos, reviewing videos and stuff like that. And then he moved his way up, and he's been doing a good job since. So I give him that. Great job, Eric Spoelstra. Congratulations on that 8-year, $120 million extension. Whew. Now, we did have a dispute a couple days ago. We had two teams trailed by 33 at halftime. One of those teams was my beloved Celtics. The other team was the Blazers. Now, the Celtics in the round losing by 25, but the Blazers lost by 62, which is a tough loss because it was just tough loss. Like you got to put your rookies in, let them play a little bit more, because at that point it was just garbage time. But they had scored only 77 points, and they just had a bad night. Celtics didn't even play their starters in the second half, so like I said, that's also a bad night. We did just have a trade go down today on the wire, so Pistons are making some moves. Pistons traded for Marvin Bagley the third, and as well as Isaiah Livers and two future second round picks in the draft for Washington, Danilo Gallinari and Mike Muscala. That deal unloads $12.5 million in Bagley's guaranteed money for 24-25 off the books for the Pistons. The Wizards would land second round picks in 25 and 26 to take on the salary and the rest of the players involved in the trade. Gallinari $6.8 million, Muscala $3.5 million, and Livers $1.8 on expiring contracts. But I think that move was basically to add some veteran help on to spread the floor on Detroit, because they don't really have any veterans. They was a very young team. So that added some veteran shooting to the roster. Gallinari and Muscala both can shoot, and they can also big men that can spread the floor. Now, both of these teams are at the bottom spots of the Eastern Conference standards, with the Pistons 3-36, which is 7-31. So let's see how that goes there, where that goes from there. But that trade happened because they needed veteran help. They added some veteran help and give you that, give you some veterans that can spread the floor. Big man veterans, because in this realm, in this day and age, it's the era of the 3-point basket. Like, you still got post, but everybody's going outside the post. Everybody's going outside to the arc. Shooting jump shots, shooting 3-pointers. You got some that still play old school and go dominate on the inside, but you got to be able to you got to be an all-arounder. It's basically what it has to be. Be able to shoot the ball when called upon, or go down low and dish it out. And that's how I look at it as. So the during a halftime game Friday night against Golden State, the Bulls celebrated their inaugural class for the organization's new Ring of Honor during halftime. Because one, you had Kurt on that, who's part of that 95-96 team that went 7-2-10, won the NBA championship. Two, Jordan wasn't there, but you had Phil Jackson there, the wife of Jerry Cruz there, the former German manager who died in 2017, which that brought a lot of dilemma because the fans booed Jerry's wife doing that when Jerry Cruz name was called. They booed, which put Jerry's wife in tears because, like, one, he died, but y'all feel like he dismantled the team. He broke up the team, so y'all wasn't missing it. But I think that was horrible to boo. Like, you could have cheered a little bit, but not boo. Like, our fans booed them, and yeah, it was crazy. The Bulls was missing a few key members from that team because Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman were all absent from the festivities. Rodman was scheduled to appear, but had his travel plans canceled because of weather. Both he and Joy submitted video and acknowledged an honor. Phil Jackson was in attendance, though, who received the loudest cheers of the attendees. And like I said, the booing part of Jerry Cruz was wrong. Even Stacey King, who was a former Bulls forward and now analyst for NBC Sports Chicago, said that he was disappointed in the fans who booed, called them careless. And like, I agree with him. So yeah, I definitely agree. Do agree with that. And even Curve says the same thing. It's like it's great. It's like you shouldn't boo somebody. He brought a team that got 6 championships together, so it's all good. But the NBA is now to allow LaMelo Ball expose his once banned tattoo. So lately he's been playing with a patch or something around his neck, but and he just returned from a 6-week absence because he had an ankle injury. He returned from that absence and balled out. Might I say, he balled out. Hence the name LaMelo Ball. But NBA will allow him to keep uncovered. Yeah, they'll allow him to show his tattoo that was previously considered a violation of league rules against commercial logos. But now, Ball can now play with his LF initials, short for LaFrance, which is his middle name, and a clothing line. The squeeze in public. Ball had to cover the tattoo with a bandage for several games before November 26th ankle sprain. And when he emerged without the bandage, he scored a game high of 28 points. So that's a good thing. You're able to have your tattoo come. Like, one, it's not just it's his name, but it's also his clothing line that he started. So that is what it is. The next game, so the Los Angeles Lakers will, well, I should say LeBron James sat out. The Los Angeles Lakers lost to Utah Jazz 132 to 125. Lost to the Jazz on Saturday because he had a left ankle injury. Now, James, he's 39 years old. Let's keep that in mind. He turned his ankle in the first half in the loss against the Suns, but he stayed out contest and lost just 24 minutes and scored a season low 10 points on 3-11 shooting. This is only his 4th game that he missed from the season, so he's okay. It's definitely okay for him. He'll bounce back. Rui Hachimura was cleared to return after missing the past 5 games with a left calf strain, and he played in James' place, finishing with 17 points, 3 rebounds. So teams with similar overall records are squarely headed in opposite direction. Lakers 19-21 are 2-6 in their past 8 games, while Utah is 8-1 in their past 9. And we get more news. Mo Bamba on the women's side in the college level. Caitlin Clark has her 2nd straight triple-double as Iowa continues to roll. Yeah, it continues to roll forward. Clark, Reese, and Buckers top the Wooden Award list right now. So that's good on that. UConn senior Griffiths out for the season with torn ACL, which sucks. when you tear the ACL, like you suck. And then I know someone who tore both their ACLs at the same time, and I felt bad for them because now they walking around with 2 boots on, crutches, and a wheelchair to get around until they heal. But yeah, that sucks when you tear both of your ACLs at the same time. ACL injury ain't nothing nice, so I'm already knowing what that does and what that entails. Definitely knowing that. Bronny makes his first start for UFC, goes for 0 for 7 in the loss. But like I said, making his first start for UFC. And they lose to Buffaloes 68-58. So first start, butterflies, stuff like that. Mikey Williams, who was freshman for Memphis, lands at UCF, basically transferring to school. So he'll land at UCF. Is where he's headed to. And he made his announcement via Instagram. And he's like, all I need is a chance. So this is because he had that incident that happened back in March where shots were allegedly fired and careful of the people who had left the residence. He faced 9 felony counts but pleaded guilty to get a lesser felony charge, making the criminal threats. And plea meant Williams could get a chance to reduce it to a misdemeanor if he satisfies the number requires before his scheduled sentence in August. So we'll see what that goes and how that goes from there. And, let's have some fun with it. But that's all that's going on right now, currently, right now, at the moment. We do have some men's basketball that's going down later on today, or actually getting ready to start right about now. So Georgetown will take on UConn Huskies, number 4. Will there be an upset? Because there's been a lot of those lately. UAB versus FAU, and then Michigan, Memphis versus Maryland versus Illinois. So them are games that's happening on the college level today. I really started watching basketball more when it's closer to March. So February, March, that's when I started watching more college basketball. But I still watch and partake in some of the games. But I look at the highlights then and look at who's doing what and who was doing what. That's what I look at. But that's all that's going on in Dragon Sports Live. So tune in to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. This is not just your typical podcast, but it's your podcast for sports and music on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcast. This is Dragon Sports Live, and I'm Dante Payne. Check you out on the next episode when I give you some more lay down of the sports and music. Okay, peace out.